Let's jump into it. Good morning once again for anybody who's just joined us. My name is Christy Denny's. Welcome to your class, Miami Tools New Construction Portal. We'll go through all of the different ways that you can find new construction information, where you can find developments, how you can share that detail with your customer, and we'll be going through different ways that you can maximize the amount of properties that you're able to share with your customers. Now, we want to let you know that this class is available to rewatch, so you can simply relax and watch the class. You can rewatch it on our YouTube channel. So our YouTube channel is youtube.com/miamitrainers. Here you can find all of our classes. I'll go ahead and share this with you. If you're interested in searching, a few tips that I have for you is that you can search under playlists. This will give you all of the different categories of classes that we have available for you: RPR and Canva, IMAP tips, prospecting and farming, and much more. If you have a particular class in mind, my recommendation is to use the looking glass. Click on the looking glass and search the class that you're interested in. So I'm going to put in here new construction and press enter in my keyboard. This is going to give me all of the different classes that are going to be available that have to do with new construction so that you can rewatch the classes. So I went ahead and I shared that with you. Another resource you have.
Love it and add it.
Another resource that you have is available inside of your resource panels. Within your resource panels, you can watch classes at any time, but the classes to rewatch them are available in Miami Realtors Live. You have 24/7 access to recorded seminars, videos, training sessions, plus live streaming events. So our YouTube channel for your Miami trainers does have tech-based classes available. If you're looking for other classes pertaining to contracts, best practices in business, Miami Realtors Live is a great resource for that. First section that I want to introduce you to is a new document that was released, and it is available inside of your website. Miami New Construction Global Sales Report. It was released July 2025. It is brand new, and it's letting us know that our global buyers are purchasing 49% of South Florida's new construction units, majority by Latin America, and it goes ahead and breaks down the entirety of this report. You can find it. It is linked within the article. This is excellent as a presentation piece. Awesome for us to be able to see who is purchasing the new construction. So page 3, I think, is an excellent resource. This is an 18th month period that they've pulled this information. New construction buyers, 49% are international buyer share. 86% specifically is Latin Americans as a percentage of global buyers. 37 new construction projects are available, and there's 9,115 new construction units that are now available for us. Now, this is a breakdown of where our Latin American buyers are purchasing this new construction. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these resources. Some of the popular areas are West Palm Beach, 89%, Fort Lauderdale at 79%. Here's a big one, North Miami area, 93%. Downtown Miami, 99%, and then Coconut Grove, also very popular at 97%. As I move through here, it's going to give you a breakdown of the new condominium projects in Miami, where they located, how many units have sold, and then how is the percentage of buyers. We have both the domestic buyer share as well as the global buyer share. Some of those popular areas are downtown, Brickell, Southeast Broward. There's that North Miami area. And then the number of luxury condominium projects that are available by territory. And where is it that they are purchasing? Okay, so these different countries specifically are moving into South Florida. We do have some quotes. And then here we have another great resource. This is all of the direct flights that are connecting South Florida to 170 cities across 64 counties. There's actually 3,745 flights per week, and you're able to see, well, all of the direct flights that are coming out of the MIA. Miami is still number one in the US in international migration. Number one is still Miami-Dade. Number two is Texas. And then here we have the top 10 global markets for 5-year growth. Palm Beach is number two. We're still in the top 5 as number 4. And if you're interested in this document, let me know in the chat and I will share it with you. Who's moving to Miami-Dade? Here we have our feeder counties. So these are going to be other states who are moving into South Florida. New York at number 1. Los Angeles at number 2. We have Cook County as number 3. Kings County, New York at number 4. And then we've got Harris County, Texas at number 5. Miami out-of-state buyers. New York is again the top state of origin. So we can see these are the top states moving in: New York, California, New Jersey, Texas, Georgia, Massachusetts, Illinois, Connecticut, North Carolina, and Michigan. And for those of you who are interested, let me see in the chat. When will the replay be available on YouTube? So if we're having the live class today, I'm hoping before the end of the week, you'll have it available. If you would like this document, I'll go ahead and I'll share it in the chat. This is your new Miami condo construction report. Excellent for a presentation. And available for you, already done. Top right-hand corner, feel free to download the information. You can also print it. Another option is you can make a video. You can take this information and you can use it inside of social media. Just some insight about what's going on with new construction and our out-of-state buyers. Another piece that I would like to share with you. You do have Rock the Market. So Rock the Market is, in my humble opinion, in the top 3 of the best networking events that the Miami Association provides every year. It will be available September 19th. They'll be doing it at the Diplomat. It is a full day from 9:30 to 3:30 p.m. with speakers that will be announced. Anything new coming to the association will be announced. Trends within your market will also be discussed. So Rock the Market is one of those events I would not miss. The last resource I want to share with you is the new construction page resource. So within the search inside of miamirealtors.com, I can type in here new construction. And that's going to give me a service page, new construction for Miami Realtors. And we have linked for you all of our new construction portals that you can use. They also link for you. Let's try that one more time. They link for you all of your free tools and portals that you can find new construction in. Now, what is the benefit? The benefit is once you move into your resource panels, you see that you have many programs and services. What the association has done is that they have combined all of the icons that are specifically available for you to search for new construction. They also have linked for you different articles as of to why new construction is so important and how you can use the best practices so that you can assist your customers. You also have this article explaining the stages of new construction. And then towards the bottom, you will also find any upcoming events that take place and discuss new construction. I'll go ahead and share this page with you too. All right, so class just started. You have a resource where you can rewatch any of the classes. That's going to be on YouTube and Miami Realtors Live. Your second resource was the new Miami condo construction report that you now have access to. You also have your new construction portals that are available in the Miami website, as well as a recommendation to one of the best events that you can attend all year. Let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm going to roll down to the middle of the page, giving the Miami Gateway a small click. This is going to prompt me to put in my username and password, and that'll give me access to all of my resource panels. Within your resource panels, I want to show you that you do have some options here. Now, the first option I want to talk about is your favorites. Members have asked if they can pin their favorites so that they have access to the programs that they want to use every day and that they don't have to come and swim through these looking for them. And as of a few weeks ago, the answer is now yes. So for example, let's say I want to work the program of Matrix. It has a little star. I can go ahead and pin that. I also want to work the program Form Simplicity. On a daily basis, I use the program Showing Time. I can't see the little star, but it is there. And another favorite program of mine is RPR. So when I roll up, all of your favorite icons and programs that you use on a daily basis will appear here. At this time, we do not have a limit on how many favorited programs you can use. So this is available to you now. The first new construction portal I want to jump into is one of the easiest and one of the newest. So I'm going to roll on down. And it is called the Ground App. The Ground App has partnered with the Miami Association of Realtors. It is exclusively for members. They do have a subscription option, but you can also use it at no cost. I'm going to click on the Ground Up. This is going to be the first frame or first page that you will see. It says Miami Realtors, welcome Miami Realtors. The Ground Up has partners with the Miami Association of Realtors, and you have your two subscription options below. Now, the first option, let's go ahead and accept this down here. The first option that you have, this is your member subscription. This is at no cost to you. It is 100% off. The benefits that you get access to 160 projects. These projects or new construction projects are updated on a daily basis. You do get a news feed. This will include statistics about South Florida. And coming soon, you'll have New York. You get to download some of the project information. This is going to be pricing information, photos, brochures are also available. You get to see all of the project's information, and then you also get filters and functions. On the right-hand side, you do get another option. This is called an iFrame subscription, and the iFrame subscription would look something like this. The idea is if you already have an existing website, you're able to plug this in so that when your customers are interested in searching your website for properties, which is through the IDX, you could also provide for them an additional page on your website where they can search for new construction. And you do get a discount of 30% off, and you have 170 projects, 30 neighborhoods that they can search. It is tailored to you, and you get 30 different metrics. Now, to sign up, you can click on sign up. And if you do want that 30% off, they do have a use code of iFrame X Miami at the checkout. Now, if you would like the free version, then you would simply sign up, clicking on the sign up button. The system will ask you for an email. My recommendation is to sign up as a Miami member. First name, last name, the email associated to your membership, and then you provide a password. Once you've provided a password and agreed to the terms and conditions, you can click on continue and you'll have access. Let me go ahead and log in. Once you created your account, now you have access to the site where you can simply search. Up at the top, you have where it says South Florida. You also have the ability to add to your site if you have the iFrame. You have access to search for projects, view news, or statistics about the area. You also get walkthrough plans are now available. As I move through here, we have our search fields. So you can search by a particular area, city, or zip code. You also have neighborhoods that you can choose from. You can choose the status, whether they're completed, planning, or under construction. You're also able to search for waterfront properties. You have your bedrooms, your sales status, whether it's for sale, not launched, or sold out. You have access to the estimation of completion, when that project will be done. You also get the short term for those investors interested in providing or including short-term rentals. You can view the properties by filtering, whether you want to filter them alphabetical by name, when they're going to be breaking grounds, starting out or starting at for price, or when they'll be completed. You can either view them in a list view or in a map view. Within the map view, you also have the option of satellite. My preference is probably the list view, and I'm interested in seeing what's going to be available for new construction. So I'm going to go ahead and check off yes, and I can see the projects that are available. Now, within the projects or the overview that I get, you get the initial image of what it looks like or what it will look like, the address, where it's located. They're still currently planning it. It will be completed in 2027, and it is new construction. The units available are going to be 222 units with 12 floors. The developer is Northlink Capital, and then we also have the architect information and the start price at $600,000. If this happens to be what I'm interested in, I can click on more info for a full product page. This gives me access to project downloads. I can also add it to my site. And then I have an overview of what this development will be about. The team that worked on it, which includes the developer, the architect, interior designer, contractor, and broker, as well as the building details, will also be available, including how many buildings, floors, units, is it waterfront, when it's going to break ground, and when they expect it to be done. This is a great talk through if you're interested in providing social media information. The idea is not only are you going to be providing resale property, which is the property you receive in the MLS, but this could be an other source of properties that your customers have access to. Also, another source of income for you. As I move down, I'm able to see the unit details. For example, how small are they to how large they are, what type of apartments they'll be providing. So here we have condos that are a studio, 1 or 2 bedrooms. They do provide short term, and at this time, it is not announced if they'll be available for to purchase furnished. Sales information, some of them will include the sales status, the percentage sold, the price per square feet, HOA if they have it, and the EB5. Who can you contact if I needed to reach the developer? I'll have an email, I have a phone number, and I also have the verified property website with nearby projects. So the use of it is very user friendly. Project downloads. The project downloads will be based on the project. So if the project has allowed for me, I did short term, yes, and I picked this one. If the project has downloads for me to access, I can download them from the site. If they are not available this time, then I will not have access to downloading them. Another option for you, let me click on more info. If I'm unable to do here or do so here, another option is you always have their website. And from their website, you can find any of the additional resources that you're looking for, whether you want to join the VIP list, inquire or ask or call. Most of the times within these resources, you'll also be able to find their deck, explore their amenities, registrations. All right. Moving on out, I think we feel good with how we can search for properties. Your other option is news. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. News is going to be any insight regarding the new construction, whether they are announcing a new development, whether they're approving a new construction, if they are going to be completing a project, you will find that insight here. And then lastly, aside from news, you have statistics. And then within statistics, these are statistics specific to South Florida. 85 projects that are under construction, planning, you have another 79. You have your top architects that are available to view. What is your tallest projects? Your largest projects? What's groundbreaking or the number of new construction projects that will be groundbreaking in 2026 is 5. But this year, 2025, we have 55 projects that they'll be groundbreaking this year. If we notice a little bit more traffic, it is these 55 projects that will be commencing this year. When they'll be completed, we have 57 projects that will be completed in 2027. Top neighborhoods at this time for new construction, Brickell, Fort Lauderdale, and Bay Harbor. And then the average starting prices based on neighborhood. We also have that price per square foot based on neighborhood. As I move through here, now you have your averages, starting price, average HOA fee, average price per square feet, average size, and then the percentage of buildings that are offering short term versus no short term, as well as projects that have planned for a location that is waterfront based or not. Okay. This is a great resource, easy to access, easy to use. And again, within your resource panel, that's going to be available towards the bottom. That's called the ground up. Let me check my chat. Yes, it's called the ground up, Curtis. Any other questions before I move into our next resource? I love this one because it's so easy to access and to use. All right. Now that I've used one of my favorites, one of the easiest options, I want to go ahead and move into the next resource that you have. For new construction, I'm going to go ahead and hit on Neo. So you get access to pre-construction properties, under construction listings, and you also have a lot of condominiums. So Neo stands for New Estate Only. To access it the first time, you simply just click on that icon. I'm going to agree to these cookies. So new options here. So buy with crypto, that is brand new. Neo, as I move through here, gives you a search. So you're able to search within Florida. You can search using a zip code, a property type, or a specific range in price point, anywhere between 0 to more than 9 million. As I move through here, the advanced search option, I can click and this will give me a free view as well as a free search to new construction properties. So I can search out of state. So you have Florida and Texas here. You're able to search by location, which is address or zip code, if you already know the project name. And then you also have quick move in. So if you have customers that are already interested in finding a building that's already been completed, that's the quick move in option. You can search by property type. You have everything from single family homes to multifamily, townhomes, condos, and penthouses. We can search by bedrooms, baths, and price. You're also able to search by status, builder names, and there's that short term option. You can do home features or community amenities, and then the distance from the location above. You can create a radius if you'd like. If you simply continue downward, it will give you all of the new construction properties. Now, the order when it comes to Neo is based on new information from the developer. So, for example, this is telling me that Hidden Ridge from Lennar has updated their Neo profile recently, so we get it at the top of our search if we haven't filtered anything out yet. Let's go ahead and click on Neo and move through some of the other options. So you do have access to search. We know Florida and Texas. You also have the About Us section. This is a little insight about Neo, what their ultimate goal was, which was to be able to showcase this new construction property for you. They also want to make an ideal conditions for buyers, investors to be able to be matched with their specific market and the pre-construction property that they're interested in. They do have a blog, so here you can find additional articles. You can review based on categories, whether it's corporate news, lifestyle and design, locations, real estate, or uncategorized. This is information you can use or repurpose. You have it available in Spanish and Portuguese. This button here that says go to Neo site will allow me to come back into Neo. Aside from their blog, you have mortgage information. From here, you have access to a mortgage calculator for domestic and foreign nationals. It'll give you some insight about what is a mortgage, the home price that they're interested in. You can add in their down payment, their interest rate, whether it's going to be long term at 30 years, 25 years, 20, 15 years, or you can select your own year. And you can calculate the EMI for your customer. As I move through here, you also have the same menu at the bottom. Let's go ahead and click on Visa and Immigration. If you're interested in international, so we did see that many individuals out of the country are still purchasing in South Florida. So this is some great insight into visa and immigration. You do have the non-immigrant visas. Each one of them gives you a explanation. So for example, if I want to learn a little bit more about Visa J, visa and internships or cultural exchanges, you can click on here and you can review all of the different visa types. So this is excellent. You also have insight regarding permits and green cards that are also available. To contact Neo, you do have the option to contact them. With any of your questions, you can select a topic, add in your details, and make a connection with Neo. Excellent if you yourself happen to be selling new construction and you would like to sign up for that additional exposure. As a member, you do have access to signing in. When you click sign in, you do have sign in with your MLS account. And from here, you can choose Matrix Miami Realtors. Once you click on Matrix Miami Realtors, it'll go ahead and give you insight into your personal login information. Log in with your Miami MLS account. And we have access to our iframes. So top right-hand corner, you can change the language, English, Spanish, or Portuguese. Let me go ahead and try this one more time. Let's try one more time. It might be affected from the resetting of the password. All right, it's not letting me. So what do we do if it's not letting us? I'm going to go ahead and log out, and I will try again. And I'm going to reset again. All right, guys, close your eyes. Let's try signing in again. Matrix. All right. So if all fails, reset your password. moving through here. So once you have access into the system, you are able to search. But the other piece that you get is you do get the iFrame for free. So remember, in the previous program that we used, the ground up, they were charging us for the iFrame. So if you wanted to include it into your website, you had to pay an additional cost. With Neo, that's included. Underneath your name, you have the option that says redeem an iFrame. So to redeem an iFrame, your options are to paste your code of Miami, roll on down, so move through the information, read it, or simply click and push it all the way to the bottom. You have read the information and now you can confirm. Once you've done so, underneath your name, you'll have the option that says My iFrame. And when you click on My iFrame, it'll give you access to filling out the information. iFrame is excellent if you have a website. And what you're building out is the ability to have a search portal within the system. And my code happens to be here. And I've copied the information. So for example, within my site, under new construction, I have a space where any of my customers could search for property. So not only do they have access to the regular property search, they also now have access to new construction as well. That iFrame will allow you to create that option. Now, if you don't have a website, your other option is My Landing Page. Within My Landing Page, this is a free of charge page that specifically shows your contact information. It also has access to all of the new construction, and you are able to choose whether you'd like it in English or another language. You can also create or choose your own branding and colors. So I would roll down and you can pick whether you want it in English, Spanish, or Portuguese. I'm going to stick with English and you can pick your colors. So my main color, I have it as a dark blue. My secondary color, I have it as a green to match the association. But you can click and you can choose other colors. So for example, maybe my main color, I would like it to be black. And then my secondary color, I would like it to be like a blue, like a navy blue. Then as I roll down, I'm going to save my changes and I'll have access to that landing page. All right, I went ahead and it told me that it has generated successfully. This is my landing page. I can click on it and I have all of the information. So I have my email, my phone number, my mobile number. Show agent details is available for my customer to do so. They'll have my office information, my certifications, license number, and the languages that I speak, and they can find their home. On the top right-hand corner, they can choose their language, and then they can search. So let's say they're interested in Florida, and they're interested in Miami, and they can start their search. When they choose one of the properties that they're interested in, they have access to videos, how many units, how many floors, pre-construction information. This is called The Stage. This was released for 2027. It'll be complete. They have their insight into the style of this property, the building features. They'll have some specialty features like the Sage Wellness Spa. They'll have a golf simulator, state-of-the-art fitness studio, latest high-tech exercise equipment, movement studio, a yoga lawn, and then private residential services and amenities like private residential 24-hour valet, 24-hour front desk concierge, 19,000 square foot indoor and outdoor amenity space, expansive waterfront resort style pool, cafe, lounge area, private luxe cabana suites. It'll go through everything that's available for that customer. Here they have the amenities. If the amenity happens to be in red, it's coming soon. If the amenity is in green, it has already been completed. You can download availability. So you can request and add in your first name, last name, whether you're an agent or a buyer. I'm going to go ahead and put in here, I'm a buyer because this is my website, and then my phone number, and then I'll submit. Okay, so once I receive that detail from my customer or my customer adds in information to my website, they're able to access all of the details about this property and they're able to download it with the availability. So I now have that lead and I can give them a call. Your other option. As they move through here, they can choose contact us for information. This is another great way that I can get a lead. And then they have gallery videos that are available. Map, South Florida Insight, school details. And if I wanted to add this to my social media, I can copy this. And I can paste it onto my social media. Let's switch to my business account. Paste the link. Next, post. Okay, that's one of the options. Another option is you're able to search for a particular unit that you'd like to share. So instead of the full page, I'm able to share one of these units. Share. And I have the option of copy link. You also have email, Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp, Telegram. Let's click Telegram. Okay, this will give me a link. Or I can copy the link, come back into Facebook, and once a week, I can highlight a new construction property. Okay, this is Sage Intracoastal Residence. Clicking on next, clicking on post. And once a week, as I share okay to advertise listings, I can also share some new construction so that my social media not only has resale, but it also has new construction. Neil is wonderful. So you get a landing page, you get to share new construction properties, you get insight into statistics. It's a great search, and you also get some insight into the visas. As a agent, as an agent, when I find a property from Texas, working now within the search, let's see, new homes in Miami, advanced search. I always like looking for short term first. I agree. This is the preview that we get, and we're able to click here for their phone number so we can call them directly. We're able to email them, and we're also able to share. If you are interested in a particular development, you also have access to receive updates directly from this builder so that you have access to it. All right. Buy with crypto is new. Transform your real estate transactions with Bitcoin. So you do have a waiting list first to know about that insight. So if you are interested in learning a little bit more about that, you now have that option available to you. All right. And that is Neo. Before I move into the next product, how do you guys feel so far? Can you post on LinkedIn? Great question. Yes, you can, Julio. All right. What else do you have available that you can preview? So another option is New Home Source Professional. Here is another new construction portal that you have access to. I do get a question quite frequently, and the question is, are all of the new construction properties available inside of the portals? Now, these portals have done a really great job of getting many of them inside of their portals. But keep in mind, the builder is the one who chooses to be advertised in these portals. So it depends on that particular builder on how they'd like to be advertised, but a lot of them are available here. So once you click on New Home Source Professional, you'll immediately have access to New Home Source Professional. This is also a portal to find new construction. You do have the ability to access their resources. So if you're interested in additional webinars or ratings and reviews that they've received, you're able to use it here. They're also connected with a program called Utility Connect, which is amazing. Utility Connect is also independent from New Home Source Professional. It's the ability for you to allow a customer to sign up all of their utilities when they close. So whether you're helping somebody rent a property or buy a new home, when they switch homes, you can send them a little link or a phone number. And with one call, they're able to connect their cable, transfer their mail, set up their security, their electricity, their cable, and more. So it takes away some of that stress when they're transferring or relocating. You have access to saving particular units or properties that you're interested in. You also have access to saving a particular search for a customer. And under My Clients, you're also able to register any of your customers. So I can click on My Clients and I can add a new customer, new client. I can put in their email. I can put in their first name, their last name, their phone number, and a little message about them. This is their mobile. Um, Add. Oh, I already added him. All right, those are the processes. Once you've added them into the system, you're able to access their information. So as I move through here, I'm able to edit. I'm able to add notes. I'm able to save searches for them, listings for them, and they also, if they interact with the properties I've sent them, they'll have access to either commenting, selecting a favorite, letting me know they like or dislike a property. So anytime you can register them in, the better. You have more control over their search. If you have many individuals that you would like to add in, you also have the access to import. And you can download it using a CSV file. Your other option is you have the option to export. So if you'd like a list of all your customers within the system, you can export those contacts as well. At the top, I'm going to go ahead and click on New Home Source Professional. And the first thing I want to do is let you know how to search. Towards the bottom, you're able to search all new homes or inventory homes, which are properties that are ready to go. You're able to search by city, zip code, school district, or community name. You've got minimum price, max price, bedrooms, baths, or the size. And then towards the middle of the page, you also have access to sign up for upcoming webinars or click to view, edit your showing new website. So in the previous option, you had the iFrame that you can use and you had a landing page. Here, you do get a free landing page as well that you can use and you can edit, and I'll show it to you now. You do have the Real Homeowners Trust Builder honest reviews when they have been working with individual developers, what experience customers have had with them. And then they work with more than 1,000 premier new home builders like Lennar, ONX. ONX has done some sponsorships for us here at the association. You have Northway, The Views. As I move through here, you also have these great videos: start fresh, sell new, see the benefits of a newly built home. As I move through here, you've got different clips that you can share on your own social media. You also get some insider tips when working with new construction. Underneath your name, you do have your account, and you also have your showingnew.com site. You can manage your client's activity. There's a widget that you can add to your website. You do have a help center, about them, and a sign out section. So let's click on My Account. Within My Account, you do have the option of reviewing your account details. Your first name, last name, and email is already locked in. You can add in your phone number, choose your association. We are Southeast Florida, Miami, and then add in your preferred zip code. You can also choose to keep yourself sign in if you'd like, and you can save those changes. You have email management. So from here, any of the emails that come on, I have market emails that are coming to me from Miami-Dade County based on my specific territory. And then client activity. I will receive emails whenever my client creates an account, submits a message to me on my contact form. My client messages me a saved listing, a saved search, or prints out a report. I'll know about it. And then on a monthly level, monthly email I'll receive on any new webinars that are available. If you'd like to turn these off, you can. I would keep these on. All right. Now that we're done with my account, let's move into my showingnew.com site. Here, you're able to start to build out your website. The system's going to ask you to create it the first time. I would put in my first name and my last name and then save the changes. Once you've created it, I make a note that I cannot change it. As I move through here, I want to add in my first name, my last name, and any designations that I may have, your email address, the name of your real estate company, your phone number, your nickname, your website, and then if you have your own utility site, you can add that in as well. If you have social media, you can add in Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, or formerly known X. You can add in Instagram, TikTok, and then upload your headshots. Add in your photo and your logo, and then you can choose your background. Now, the background, you have two options. So I'm going to click here to show them to you. You have the small little town, and then you have this home. I'm going to pick the town. And then down here, you can add in 4 little shots for your footer. As I move through here, you also have a footer that if you would like to be displayed between images. Google Analytics. So Google Analytics is going to be the way that you can track what's happening on your website. So for example, how many people have viewed your website, how long have they stayed, what is the most popular property that they're looking at, and you need your own code to do that. If you've never used Google Analytics, you can go to analytics.google.com, and this will allow you to track and to create your own code. Okay, so it's going to show me where people are looking, what pages are most popular on your website, and this is at no cost to you. Why is it free? It's free because Google also receives this insight as well. Okay, so it'll guide you through the process of signing up, and it'll give you a quite large code that starts with a G that you would put over here. Well, UA that you would put over here, and it'll start to track it for you. Oh, it did start with a G. All right, clicking on save. Do you need that? No, you don't need it, but it is an option. Once you're done, you'll have access to your page. So I'm going to click on mine so you guys can see it. And it looks very similar to our initial page, but this is a whole website, not just a landing page that has been created for you. Your customers can search for those homes. They can save their listings, save their searches. They can even create an account to sign in and they can search. So this is another option. So far, we've seen 3 options. What has been your favorite so far? Clicking on next. For me, I think all three have their purpose. If I'm looking for new construction, I would look I would look honestly in all three options. Let me check in Homestead. This is how the search looks when I'm looking at property in the new home source professional. So far, I clicked on the city of Homestead. I do have 11 communities that are available for me. I can either look at it as individual homes or I can search by communities. At this time, I'm looking at it. I have a list view, I have a photo view, and I also have a map view that my customers can look at. My preference is probably list, and I have access to the particular community, how many homes are available, the city, the zip code, the builder, and the price range. I can see the square feet, the bedrooms, and the baths. Any of the properties that I happen to click on are going to be available for me to open up. And on the right-hand side, anybody who goes to your website, it's going to say schedule a tour or get more information about this property. Call Christine, which is me, and then they can share their information with me. I love this home, and the system will prompt them to create an account and save these listings and these searches. If they don't want to, they can uncheck and send. My website. Let's see if I can send it to Connie. I'm sure I used hers too. Oh no, she's good to go. Would you like to update the phone number? Yes. All right. So I went ahead and sent the information over to Connie. Or the idea is she reviewed my site and sent the information to me. Have you guys been here before, Schnebley's? I heard it's wonderful. All right. Once I see the insight, I have community details, the homes in the area, the community and the neighborhood, and then they can view per home. They have the quick move-ins. These are going to be the properties that they can move in already. If they hover their mouse, they'll have access to the floor plan. And it'll tell them this is currently under construction. Okay, so these are almost ready to go. And as I see the address, one of the options that I like, it says contact agent for address. So it sends them back your way. There's also reports. And to create a report, they need to sign in or create an account. I like that. The idea is that they have to come back to you or they need to interact with the site. Okay, so inside of this site, there's a lot of different places where the system is trying for to have them create an account. See that it's a benefit to do so, and to create an account is at no cost to them. All right. On our end, where it says resources or new home source professional, if I want to search, let's say I was searching in that area too, Homestead. And I want access to the details. I get additional insight. So I get the option to register a client. I get the option to save or email a listing, and the reports are available to me since I'm the agent. I have a agent version, but if I want to send one out to a client, you also have a client version. Okay, so here is the Laurel with all of the insight. It is branded to me. And I can go ahead and send that over to my customers. It will also include the floor plans of the property. The agent version is also available. And it'll also give me some contact information. Okay. If I wanted to share this, I can. I can also request a tour, view home details, map and directions, floor plans, community and neighborhood, and builder insight. You also have a map with areas of interest. You also have commute time. So I can pop in here the address that my customer is interested in. So let's say they want insight onto how long it's going to take them to get to work. And this is going to be their work route. 47 minutes to get here. Community neighborhood information, 3.4 out of 5 stars. View full builder profile. And I'm able to do that too. All right. My preference, if you are going to share property details, share your property details from my showing site so that they are available through you. Let's see, Miami, pick a property, and then we want to share it. So I'm going to take this link, I'm going to copy it, and then I can add it to my Facebook. New construction in Miami. Okay, we know how to pull the reports. So I'm going to go ahead and share that as well. And then that will get people to go from my Facebook to my property website. The preview from New Home Source Professional looks very nice. Okay, so this is New Home Source Professional's preview. This is the new construction site. I may want to add this as a possible link on my link tree. But the property details from Neo also look very nice. But the site pages, the preview, this will be the logo on Neo. So if you add in your company logo, that's what's going to be available. And when the customer clicks on these, they'll go directly to your site. Okay, so that is another option. Let's move into the next product or service that you can use. And let me check my chat. What would be my number one platform? Well, I think I get the most properties from Neo. Um, if I'm looking for condominiums, like a lot of condos. The new home source professional has more communities, so more townhomes, more single family homes, but the areas and the properties that are available are limited. I think another new product that has a lot of properties is the ground up for a search. So for me, I would check a look at all three. So if I know my customer is interested in North Miami, I'd take a look and see what I can find. There are three options to create your site. I like the landing page from Neo because I have more properties that are currently available from that platform. The one that I just showed you, the new home source professional, for me, it's my favorite. The only reason that it's not my top is that it has a small amount of properties that are available. Can you show how you can do the same in LinkedIn? It's a copy paste of the link. So you would open up your LinkedIn profile and you would paste the link. Let me click on my home page. All right. I don't have a nice post here. So it creates the link for me and they can go to the profile, but it didn't give me a pretty preview. So edit post, making new construction. Save. All right, so here visually, I don't have the best images. I have a link that I can share. Another option is with the link, you may be able to upload a photo. All right. So far we've linked a few options in our LinkedIn. We did one in LinkedIn, we did the rest in Facebook. Let's move into our next option. So our next option is called Dash. This is empowering real estate agents with exclusive insights and tools for new developments. Here I have Dash. Now to sign in, I want to add in my website. I'm sorry, my email. So it's the email that's associated with my Miami membership. And then I would send the login link to my email. Or once you have created an account, you can simply log in with a password. Your other option is you can create an account if you've never created an account. My first step, if I've never logged in before, is to simply log in with Miami Realtors. That'll take the information from your gateway. So from here, you do have a free trial. You get free access to the details of a limited number of properties. You can start your free trial right now and get access to 400 plus new developments to boost your sales. So in this option, you get many more properties that are going to be available. You can choose to view all of your properties, whether those properties are for sale. You do have a for rent section. You can choose your market area, particular city of interest. You do have cities here that are outside of, let me see if you have areas here outside of your Miami membership. You do. You also have access to property status, whether it's coming soon, completed, new construction, pre-construction. And then you have your price ranges and advanced filters. That'll include the number of bedrooms, the number of bathrooms, the property amenities, date that they've added it, the year built is also available, and you can actually save these searches for later. So let's say I'm interested in, you have active adult, boutique, condo conversion, condo hotels, luxury apartments, penthouses, short-term rental friendly, single family, townhome villas, and workforce housing. So today, I think that's been my theme, the short-term properties. I'm interested in properties that have 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, a specific amenity. I'm able to choose 24/7 security, a bar, a barbecue area, beach. You have different amenities that you can choose from. Let's say I'm interested in maybe a gym that I would like to add in, date added, date built, and then I can save. All right. From here, I have the properties that are available and I can choose. You have your map option and you also have your list option. I can click on a property card and I have access to start my free trial. So the basic will give me access to Dash's full database, data verification with timestamps. So anytime that you've received an update from that developer, it's verified and when. Personalized property and market alerts, advanced search capabilities, and Dash support. For $25 a month, you get all of the features from the basic, unbranded sales content downloads, custom portfolio sharing, direct lead collection, side-by-side comparison tools, and analytical insights. And then for $60, you also get a 10-day free trial, Dash integration into your website, support for multiple feed types, built-in lead generation, and simple implementation. So best practices on how to use it. These are the monthly prices. If you want to sign up for 6 months at a time, then they've updated or they've lowered your price by 10%. From here, let's say I'm interested in the icon. I do have the option to also save it as one of my properties that I'd like to track, and then I can click on the icon. Once I click on the icon, I have insight into where it's located, the price range, bedrooms, address. Property info includes agent highlights, property overviews, estimates, show more, minimum 30 days. Their rental policy is they can rent it up to 6 times a year for a minimum of 30 days. They have their features that are also listed and what's available for inventory, their models, and what they have for sale at this time. So at this time, they're now accepting contracts. If you're interested in a particular floor plan, you can view it and you have access to that floor plan. You can go from one to the other. If you'd like to track the property, you can add it to your portfolio or email or access the website. You have marketing files that are also available. Within the marketing files, there's brochures, fact sheets, floor plans, images, videos, and other. If you want to download everything at once, you do have the option to choose and download anything that you selected, but those downloads have an upgrade. You do have access to the website, and sometimes the websites will allow you to inquire, and sometimes they offer their own downloads for free. So here are the floor plans, the fact sheets in different languages that you can use. So let's do floor plans and fact sheets. Here it is downloaded for me already. Here's my download button. It's downloaded as a PDF. So this is available for me to share, and if you'd like, you can use the benefit without having to make a purchase by accessing the website. But it is very convenient to be able to track your information. So you're able to track any new property alerts, track particular properties. You get access to a mortgage calculator. You're able to search for properties, build out your portfolios, share that information, and view all of your tracking. So this is also a great option for you. Top right-hand corner, be sure to review your account information. Pop in your headshots, add in a short description of you. What are your working hours? So that you are and have access to building out your portfolio or your profile within the program. So this is another option that you have. This is called Dash. So far, we've covered, let's go back to new construction. So far, we've been able to cover quite a lot of programs in a short amount of time. For the most part, they are user-friendly. We did Builder's Update, we did Dash, we did Neo, we did New Home Source Professional, we did the Ground Up. So we've gone over all of the programs and services, but I have two more tips for you. For those of you who want to give me another 2 minutes, I'd love for you to stay. You have the option that says Google/alerts. Now, if you've never set up a Google alert, these are wonderful. So, as I mentioned, these portals have the properties that are available to that portal. And these portals do a fantastic job about getting as many new construction builds into these portals. And for the most part, searching and accessing this data is at no cost to you. Now, if you want the bells and whistles, depending on the program that you want, there's a small fee. But for the most part of being able to search, you can do so in any of the programs that you like, the one that you're most comfortable with. But Google Alerts, I went ahead and I made my own Google alert. And I put new construction in Miami. So I can do new home construction in Miami, new new construction properties in South Florida. For example, it's my Google alert. And then I can create the alert. So anytime there's new housing, I'm going to get an email directly to my email. So what's the benefit? The news article comes out quickly. It's on um, any of these news articles, and I'll be able to catch it on Google, whether the builder put it out or they sent it out to be advertised by one of these different outlets. I get insight about the newest new construction right away. My last tip is I want to show you how to find new construction in the program that you use every single day. The program that you use every single day is called Matrix. So I'm going to move into Matrix. I'm going to click on that. And I have a tip for you. We're going to create a favorite search. And that favorite search is going to be of new construction properties. So I'm going to do search, and new construction can come as a single family home, a multifamily. It can be improved commercial. So I'm going to do cross property. This is going to include all my property types within my search. Then I'm going to roll down to the bottom. And I'm going to add an additional field. That additional field is called property age description. And then I'm going to click on add. Once it moves over into my selected fields on the right, I don't have to save anything. I simply click on back. Then I'll roll down to the bottom of the page and I'll click on new construction or under construction. So I'm going to roll down. Property age description, we're doing new construction. I'm going to hold down Control. If you have a Mac, hold down Command, and I'll do under construction. Now from here, you can pick your property type, whether that's single family, condo co-ops, multifamily, maybe some commercial. And then I'm going to click on results. So I'm interested in properties under 800,000 that are available in Miami-Dade County, for example. Results. Now from here, I have to be careful. I have to see it put in some rentals in here, or this is the lease price for the commercial, but I need the year. So I'm going to take the year and I'm going to drag it. And I'm going to organize it by clicking on year. And now here we have 2028, 2027. Now, if I want to be able to advertise it, then I'm going to add in another one, insert column, and this is called OK to advertise. If you haven't taken that class, please do. And this is yes, attribution required, attribution not required. And I have, let's see, what does it look like? A new construction, I can advertise. I've got all my pictures, all my information. And click on the MLS. And you have access to new construction here as well that you can advertise. using OK to advertise if you wish. Now, the program that I think is wonderful for OK to advertise is Agent 3000. Agent 3000 lives independently inside of your dashboard. It's right here. And I'm going to click on that and I'll do a quick website. Take a second, we'll brand in our settings, add in our profile details, make sure to save, add in our logo, add in our profile, clicking on close. And this is a sneak peek if you haven't taken the class. I'll go into single property website. By the way, this is free. I'll let that load, and then I'm going to pull the MLS number of the property that's okay to advertise. Go into Agent 3000 again, and then pop in that MLS number. MLS number, agent property website. I'm going to agree to the terms. It says, hey, listen, this isn't your listing. This belongs to Natalia Rojas. And if you are checking this, then you have acknowledged that it's not your listing and that you have permission to advertise this listing. And we do, because we selected a property that was okay to advertise, attribution not required. And then I'm going to move through here and I'm going to show you my favorite, which is template 3 in the black. I can either post it or create a website with address or with no address. I want it with the address. And look what I made. It has my logo. It has the home, the description, the features, the amenities, the interior, exterior, and the photos. They can ask for a showing. They can ask me for more information. They can view the virtual tour. They can contact me. It's ADA compliant. Here are all the features, amenities. Here are all the beautiful photos. They can ask me for a showing. They have a map with everything, places of interest around it. They have a mortgage calculator for free, branded to me. And I can take this link, and this is another option that I can paste on Facebook. And another class that you guys should take, which is Agent 3000, Part 1 and Part 2. I know I'm going to have it in August. So if you're interested in taking that, let me know. And I'll send an email to you guys of my next Agent 3000 class, as well as my calendar. Another option that you have is you can follow me on social media. I always post my new classes. So I will share that with you. And you guys stayed a little longer with me, but I hope it gave you some good insight into these products. Let me give you my QR code. This is my QR code, and I'll add in my Instagram, CD Miami RE. But it was a pleasure working with you guys. I think you guys were wonderful, and we went through quite a lot of material in today's class. And hopefully I will see you soon, either in another Zoom or in person. Thank you, Milena. Thank you so much, Noel. Of course. Have a beautiful rest of your day. For those of you who took a class today, you did something wonderful for your business. And I will see you soon. The recording will be available up in a few days, but keep in mind you do already have different recordings available at this time that you can review. Have a good one, guys. Thank you for being Miami members. Bye.